Westpac Trust Stadium in Wellington, getting towards the climax of the NZI Sevens here on another fabulous day in the capital city. And the party continues and reaches a crescendo as we go now to the Shield final, the first of the finals. This for the bottom tier of teams. Portugal were feeling quite downcast after day one. They felt they hadn't shown us what they're capable of, but today they're a lot more satisfied. A win over Papua New Guinea has put them into this Shield final. Their opponents will be the men from Scotland. They stuttered along on day one with just one win. That was over Papua New Guinea. This morning, they were knocked out of the bowl by Argentina, but later they pushed aside the USA in the Shield semi-finals. So the Shield final is between Portugal and Scotland. And here are the two teams to take part in this first final of the third event of the World IRB Series for 2007. The men in red, Portugal, with their coach Pedro Fernandes. There is the man from Tonga, Eva Mafi, is the whistleblower in this match. It started off very overcast, but as the day has progressed, the sun has shone brightly. Late in the afternoon, in fact 7:30, the day has gone very quickly. The shadow cast across the Westpac Stadium, but conditions still very, very pleasant indeed. Steve Gemmell is the Scottish coach. Still a bit of sunshine around as he shades his eyes, hoping that his team can win this battle.
Ready. Wide.
Pedro Leal has the first touch of the ball in this Shield final, pushing it just inside the 10, and Portugal win possession. Cunha using that strong fend of his, and then a half gap. Can't release the ball, but it's available for Estevez. Giral, they're moving it quickly through the hands of Grenho and out wide. Trying to bust through that defence of the Scottish. Unable to do so far. Back now to Leal. They'll use Giral, they'll use the big strong man. Estevez there, setting it up, standing a long time, ready to offload. Difficult in the tackle there, but they managed to retain possession. However, a penalty against Portugal. Good start by the Portuguese, Keith.
Yes, indeed. Although it's been one of the confusing parts of this tournament, John, how number 7, Eduardo Estevez, has not played well, but that was a good bold beginning by him there.
Now back with the Scottish. First touch of the ball. Mark Robertson scored a couple of very good tries against the USA, which saw them get through to this situation. Scotland lining up well, looking to attack, exposing the defence and making a break. Robertson again. This is Forrest, the skipper. And will the legs carry him, or will Estevez take the man out? He does too. Kusita could not get to the line. Estevez, who, as Keith said, has not really shown us his best, was able to get across and make that final tackle. Well, he's a wing in the 15, so he's got the speed. Eduardo Estevez. Ball back in play. Leal looking for the pass to Grenho. Oh, he did well to just step out of trouble. Now, though, they need to protect that ball. Final just 7 minutes each way. The main final is 10 minutes each way. Cunha. Oh, nice. Leal doing a lot of backing up, working hard from the position. Oh, half back, and he pushes away up to the 10 metres. In good support was Giral. Estevez now. Pass was a little bit high, but Giral was able to take it down just inside their half. It's a physical game.
And there's a man down, John. Yes, we see it there.
There's been some fairly rugged tackling, and also some of the bodies are feeling it just a little bit at the end of half a dozen matches. For Portugal, they played against Fiji first up and were walloped 42-0, never got a touch of the ball. They played the USA Played France and the Cook Islands and Papua New Guinea.
Okay.
And Scotland have had a tough road too against England and Samoa, Argentina, the USA, and now we see Colin Shaw down on the ground at the moment.
You all right?
Up on his feet.
Is all right?
Colin Shaw is the referee. You could hear
You all right?
Murphy
You gonna play?
checking on him. I don't think Shaw was saying much back actually, and he's grimacing still. No points in this game. Shield final. Cussiter starts. Kibble looking at Adamson, and outside him Addison. Back infield to Kibble. Portugal seem much more assured at the moment. Their defence is better organised. We see Grenho chasing one player, getting in now to make the double tackle. 3 Portuguese players in here. So if Scotland can get the ball free, they may have an overlap. Here we have Robertson jinking, sees a man unmarked out on his left, might have the speed to go. Leal's across, and also Aguilar. They make the tackle, and in to help is Mourinello. Scotland want it. Portugal don't want them to have it. Scotland get it. Addison, the kick across field. There's someone waiting. A beautiful kick. What a kick, and what a try for Colin Shaw. Injured a few moments ago, hanging out on the wing, taking an accurate kick and scoring.
Well, how do you like this? It's a rarity in the Sevens game. The big, deep and wide cross kick, and it bounced up nicely for Colin Shaw, and he's in. Points on the board.
Still feeling the pinch from that heavy tackle earlier. Interestingly, while they've got a male coach, Scotland have got a female manager, Karen Burnett, and the physio we just saw there, Louise Wright. Conversion attempt is not a good one from Adamson, but it's 5-0, so Scotland make the first impact in this final for the Shield at the NZI Sevens in Wellington.
Quite a bit of close quarter rivalry. You see Scotland against Portugal in the stands, yeah. But on the field, Scotland have the first points.
Now the restart. Estevez goes in, claims it for Portugal. Tidying it up there was Acuna. Now they're moving it back across the field to Aguilar. Jinking back, turning it right. Then Leal, explosive off the mark. Still a sweeper there waiting for him to cover. Leal looking for that opportunity. He tries the kick. And there was a play. Estevez was out wide, but sadly for Portugal, the kick was impeded by a Scottish player. Now on the burst here is Cussiter. Back in field. Kibble waits for it. Have they got Shaw waiting out? No, back in field is Adamson. Oh, and slices through. Adamson under the bar. Just. More convincing here from Scotland. They were able to turn defence into attack when Portugal decided to kick. It didn't work for them, and Scotland retaliated.
So look at him make his decision to go here. Go. And he gets away from Antonio Aguilar, who chased hard. And, well, it was just a case of this man having more toe. And so Michael Adamson scores the second try. And the conversion is over. So Scotland out past the 7-point cushion now. And looking good here, but a long way to go.
We saw yesterday the Portuguese coach giving himself a head massage. He was really uptight, and the team said he's a very emotional man, as we can see there. Pedro Fernandez. Restart from Adamson. That's a poor effort. This therefore gives Portugal a nice opportunity. They haven't attacked very much from the centre of the halfway. Pedro Leal. 3 players to his right. Now 4 players to his right. That player drifting in there is Aguilar. Oh, beautiful work from Aguilar. Someone's alongside of him. That's Kunar. Into the tackle first. Leal gets it. That's the corner flag. They're not far away. Will Portugal score just before half-time? They do. They do through Sebastião Kunar. Portugal into the game, into the final. 12 points to 5.
Pressurised build-up led by Pedro Leal, and then he got close to the line here, just a little bloke, and then it was ripped clear, and away goes Sebastian Cunha, and the man from the famous family of Portuguese rugby is in for the try.
Half-time in the first of our finals. It's the Shield final, and it's Scotland leading Portugal 12-5.
That's all they've got. When we've got ball, we keep it. Right? We get away from the flat in the midfield, just work a wee bit off it, and we come on. When we come on the ball, we keep ball. They've not got an answer. 7 minutes. Focus is next score. Get the start, next score. Keep ball. Keep ball. They've got it, we're taking them away. Come on, let's dig deep. 7 minutes. 7 minutes.
Back into it now, the first of the finals, the Shield final. Scotland leading by 12 points to 5 against Portugal. Scottish coach asking for patience, retain that ball, don't let them attack you, keep the ball. But the first touch of it goes to Guerrero from Portugal in the second half. And they've set it up well. Estevez looking for the long pass to Leal. Long ball again, a bit further up to Granho. Now the attack comes further through Aguilar. So Scotland being asked to defend early in the second spell. Aguilar again. He needs support quickly. It arrives eventually from Granho. The ball's free and it's been smuggled away by Kibble for Scotland. Robertson waits for it. Between the legs it goes. Attack from inside the 22. Kusita back now to Shaw, who stays on the field even though he was injured. He scored a try, so he's feeling okay. Smuggling the ball back from the tackle. Robertson sending it a bit wider to Forrest. Then Addison. They just keep the ball in play. The captain from Borders, Scott Forrest. They're doing exactly what their coach asked. Keep the ball, keep the ball. You're in front. 12 points to 5. Oh, it'll be further than that now. Mark Robertson is through, and the first points of the second half go to Scotland. They extend their lead by another 5.
Seen this guy go a couple of times, John, earlier in this circuit as the IRB Sevens teams went their way around the world, and Mark Robertson is a specialist at running in from long distance. And this one perhaps not as long as some, but that's a good 35 to 40 metre run he's made earlier today, one from 60 metres. He just loves the long run in, and well, he's a big guy, couldn't be held there with his explosive speed.
19 points to 5. The conversion was a success from out in front. Now all the pressure goes on, all the demands go on Portugal to come back, get possession from the kickoff, which is not easy, as all the teams oh yes, it is easy this time for Kunar. Lovely ball for Leao, looking out wide. Gama is on the field, back in field for Granholm. That bounce back immediately. Felipe Granholm from the Benfica club bounces back, and it's not all done and dusted in this final. 19 points to 10.
Here they come, bursting back very quickly. It's part of a big year for Portuguese rugby, their performance here. They're a core team on the Sevens circuit, and that means they go to every tournament, which is the first for them. They're trying to get into the Rugby World Cup for 15s, and if they beat Uruguay in a home and away series next month, they will play New Zealand, the All Blacks, and that will be, they tell me, the greatest day in their rugby history. They've never done it before. They've never been to the Rugby World Cup for 15s before.
Well, there's a bit of a New Zealand influence in Portuguese rugby too, being guided by some expat New Zealanders, as we watch now. Scotland, though, as Portuguese defence is tested. Forrest, Kusita steps, looking around, looking for that support. There's nothing in view yet. Eventually, there's Robertson. A kick ahead. What sort of bounce is it? Not a bad one for Adamson, and maybe that'll be enough to secure the victory for Scotland. Adamson, that's the 4th try for Scotland in this match. His 2nd for Adamson.
And the 2nd from a kick through. Here's Kusita. I suspect he knew he wouldn't have the speed to get there. He looked for Robertson, and here comes the kick through. A deflection from one of the Portuguese players, but a bouncing low ball will always hop up, and Adamson would have the instinct for that. The try is scored from a kick.
Just see the deflection there, and a nice pop-up. Scored the try. Now, well, he made a better job of catching the ball and scoring than he did of kicking. 24 points to 10, so they need to score twice now. 24-12. Oh, 24-12. Better check that. 24-12, so 2 tries would certainly get this match into the excitement stage. This is Steve Gemmell. 24 points to 12. Scotland leading. Portugal won the ball from the last kickoff, and they'll get it again because that's a mistake from Scotland. Portugal will know that they need to get into action quickly. Time's running out as the lights have gone on at the stadium. Frederico de Sousa, the most experienced player in this team. He's onto the field now as a substitute. There's a few of the starters still there, including Guerrero, who has the ball now. That's the halfway. Portugal now need to retain this ball and score quickly. And to the last minute of play, de Sousa. And the hands of Gama. Goes for the corner. In and over. So 24 points to 17. They'll quickly take this conversion and hopefully get another chance to score more points.
Well, the wise old head gave the chance for Diogo Gama, and away he went. Puts it down.
Oh, they've converted it too. So 24 points to 19.
So what has the referee ruled here, John? They didn't kick it from the correct spot, because that's a critical moment there, because the ball hopped up for Cunha. And now let's look at the referee. He is going to play it.
Last ball.
Well, this has to be an accurate restart. It goes the 10 metres. Estevez wins it. There's a chance for Portugal. To the 22. He's held up and can't release the ball yet on the ground. That's the start for Portugal. Back now for De Souza. Grenho. Safety. Patience. Here it goes. Portugal. Lovely dummy there from Kuna. He's broken through. Under the bar. Oh, this could well be it. It's all tied up. At 24 and under the crossbar means that the Portuguese have a great opportunity to win this. The Scottish players, some of them are on their hands and knees, devastated. So 24 all. Flag is up, and Portugal, in their first visit to Wellington, have won a trophy. They've won the Shield final against Scotland. Magnificent last 30 seconds to this game, all from the kickoff. Portugal did everything right.
Well, it might be the kickoff was controversial, but Estevez, they were telling me, hasn't caught a kickoff all on the first day. But look at this, he got up and got one there. At the critical moment, he reached into the sky, pulled it down. His teammates were in great support. There was a controversial moment at the kickoff. Did Portugal take it properly? The referee decided after the foghorn at the end of the game to keep playing. The kickoff went to the Portugal catch, and then it went to Cunha, and the man who has 5 brothers in his family who played for Portugal, and another one might play very soon. Another great day for the Cunha family and Portugal.
So Portugal have won the Shield here in Wellington, beating Scotland in the final 26-24.